Picture this, you have taken your drone, such as the DJI Mini 2, you've gone out on a shoot, you have captured some absolutely epic footage, something you are incredibly happy and proud of. You come home, you look at it on the SD card, you put a video together, and when you eventually put it on YouTube, it just doesn't quite look how you expected. And the chances are, if that is the case, you have been making this one mistake that I'm about to show you in this video, so hopefully you can correct that and enjoy much better footage. So let's get into it. It is often said that using ND filters on your drone, such as this one from Freewell Gear, will automatically gain you silky smooth cinematic footage, but that's generally not the case, because if you are still making this one mistake that I'm going to show you in this video, it doesn't matter whether you're in auto mode or using pro mode with ND filters, the end result is pretty much going to be the same. But before I reveal and show you exactly the difference and reveal what it is you need to change, a quick word from the video's partner, Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning platform packed full of thousands of online classes that you can take regardless of your learning level. No matter whether you're a beginner or an expert, there is certainly going to be something for you to be able to watch that is going to help you learn, find new skills, and develop what you already know to be able to create and level up your output and your productivity. The possibilities on this platform are absolutely endless. Just scrolling through, you can see the sheer number of categories there actually is, from animation, creative writing, film and video, fine art. Now, being a drone channel, I of course have focused on the film and video. Anything from YouTube, film production, cinematography, video production, there really is something that you are going to be able to use to learn and level up your YouTube videos or generally your video editing. I have been taking this class, as you can see by the budgeteers, on my YouTube thumbnail masterclass and practical workshop. Given the fact that I have learned so much and I have found these online classes so beneficial myself, I have arranged for the first 1,000 people that want to join Skillshare by using the link in the video description, a first month free, so you can actually go and enjoy all the benefits that I have for yourself. But anyway, with all that being said, let's get back to the main part of the video and let's explore exactly what it is you need to change and exactly why. So this video really came about by me watching one of my subscribers' videos, of all things. So as you may well know, I enjoy the sort of shipping industry and I've posted quite a number of ships on my drone channel myself. But it was whilst I was watching this channel, Never Mind Your Own Drone, where I was watching and I noticed that they was making the mistake that I know you need to change, or with this mistake you need to stop. Now, there is absolutely nothing wrong with the footage that you can see on screen. Okay, it's well put together, it's quite smooth flying, but what you will inherently see is the fact that it's quite juddery, and this is primarily down to something called the bitrate. Now, straight away I knew exactly what was happening on this video, so I actually reached out to the owner of this channel and said, look, you know, I want to use some of your footage to basically show you, not in an impolite way, what not to do and what changes you can make. So, you know, once they responded and we had this agreement where, you know, I was going to use their footage for this, and I of course told them what settings to change to make the biggest amount of difference. And basically these are the settings you can see on screen. So if we look at this first set, you will see that the bitrate was actually quite low. Okay, now bearing in mind the DJI Mini 2, for example, that records at a bitrate of around 100 megabits per second. So, you know, if you are exporting in anything generally less than that, you're gonna get choppy footage. It's not going to look right. So what I did is I asked them, look, create me 2 files if you can, one with the settings that you was using automatically and one with the new settings that I'm going to give you. They promptly did that, and as you can see on screen, these are 2 absolutely back to back or on the same screen at the same time. Number 1 is using the original low bitrate settings and number 2 is using the new settings, and Obviously, on a bigger scale, this is absolutely more apparent, but you can clearly see that the bottom one, the panning is so much more smooth. And just to reiterate that further, I'm going to now show you exactly where you find out what bitrate you should be using. So if I show you my screen, this is my video editor, Wondershare Filmora, and I find it's perfectly usable for what I want to do on my YouTube channel. Now, I've already dragged and dropped a clip into my timeline, and I've created a little 16-second clip. If we click on the video and go down to properties, you can see that it's set at 264. We have got the frame rate of 29.97, which is standard, and we've got 4K. But the main thing to see here is the bitrate is nearly 105. This is where it gets interesting. If we go into export, so this is the process where we change the video and where most people leave this in manual mode and don't actually touch them. You can see on screen the settings are, we've got 4K, yes, we've got the right resolution, we've got the right frame rate, but that bitrate is only at 30 or 30 megabits per second rather than 100 megabits per second. So effectively what you are doing is you are getting around 30% of the bitrate which you basically should be getting. Now, what we're going to do on this scenario is actually just leave that as it is, and we're going to create a test video number 1. And then also what I'm going to then do is, now I've created that test file, I'm going to do the same process again. But what I'm going to do the second time is increase that bitrate. Now, unfortunately, Wondershare Filmora only lets us go up to 80,000 or 80 if you wish. So it's still a little bit less than that, obviously 105, which it really should be and what it was recorded in. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's still absolutely more than double as if you'd left the settings alone. So now we've created that video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in a little timeline, okay, and I'm going to play those clips back to back. So again, the top one is using the lower settings and the bottom one is using the higher settings. So as I play this clip now, you will automatically see straight away that the bottom clip is so much smoother. This is the main problem if you are experiencing jerky footage once you actually upload it to YouTube and you are quite disappointed in your result after your editing process. You need to go back into your video editing software, whether it's on an iPad, tablet, Android tablet, whether it's on a Mac or PC, whatever it is, and you need to make sure that that export bitrate is the highest possible allowable, okay, or at least, if you can, try and match the bitrate of the original file, because that is going to absolutely transform and give you so much better footage. And a little bit of a disclaimer here as well is, of course, basically, when you upload to Instagram or Facebook, for example, they do compress it quite a lot. So it is always better if you're wanting to share your work after you've completed this process. Please do make sure that you upload it to YouTube, because that gives you the full resolution and the full quality image. And then just simply share the link into social media, and that ensures that people will always see the best results. So that ends the video, and hopefully you have found that completely and utterly useful. And please do let me know that if you go ahead and you start making this change in your editing software, just how much of a difference you will actually see. Until next time, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to check out all my other videos on my channel. I'm sure there is something you will find useful, and see you again soon.